of those persons who are not au fait with the standing orders and the operations of Parliament, I will advise you. Statement by Minister.
So guys, two main things to look out for in this video. Big thing, the opposition leader leads a walkout of the House of Parliament. And guys, tell me, do you think Madam Speaker is controlling the floor? Is she controlling the pace? Is she able to really control the Parliament? Let me know what you think on this one, guys. It's interesting. I'm watching.
Minister is followed by a 5-minute response. It is the only response that is made in the House to a statement by Minister, after which only questions are taken. And your questions need to be exactly that.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Once again,
Madam,
please avail yourself of Standing Order 11A with also emphasis on Standing Order 17, subsection 2.
Thank you, Madam.
Proceed,
Madam
please.
Speaker, I was simply saying that I am pleased to stand in the capacity as member from Southeastern St. Mary. And I want to thank the Minister for his statement. Landslides are a feature of these systems that are before us and that we are discussing today.
Member, please take your seat. Members, if you would like to proceed, the order in respect of statement by ministers, and I'll reiterate it because I do not think any member is desirous of standing and making a statement when you have been advised by the Speaker that it is not to be done. You are required to stand and ask your question. And it is for the efficient order of this Honorable House. And it is for every single member of the House. So members, whether from the government side or the opposition side, may ask a question. And it is only a question that you're allowed to ask at this juncture. We could have finished long time, but it is obvious that it is going to be a consistent practice, so it ends today right here. Member, when you're called, ask your question and take your seat. Keep your mic on in the event that your question is not properly answered. Members, additionally, do not stand and ask a question that was already asked.
So guys, we see where Madam Speaker stamp her authority right here. So
member from St. Mary,
right here, so I'll give it to her.
Southeast.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. So as I was saying in framing my question, Madam Speaker and Minister, land slippage has been a feature of these systems. In fact, over the past few days, we have had a lot of rains in Southeast, and we have had significant landslides blocking several roads. In terms of the engagement with the NAA as it relates to clearing of these roads, Minister, I'm advised that there is a reluctance on the part of the contractors
Member,
to...
Member, point of order.
Yes.
Point of order. The question being asked by a member must be related to the statement made by the minister.
But I'm going there. I'm doing that.
The minister is not in charge of landslide.
But
You can't ask me a question. Okay? These new members need to know the rules. You can't go landslide and road on the environment and climate change. It has nothing to do with what it says. The question must be related to the statement made by the minister. That be in relation to the statement by the minister.
Yes. The member who raised the...
No, member. Your leader of opposition business stood. Okay. Would you be so kind as to allow him?
Madam Speaker, I am very much aware of your intention, but I just am asking, Madam Speaker, especially as questions are framed, for there to be some leeway in allowing the member, especially where the issue is already raised in the statement, as it was. And it was just in reference to that statement that the question was being framed. I'm asking, Madam Speaker,
he didn't stand on a point of order. However, he was given the latitude as he was speaking on behalf of the members on his side of the House. So that's why I permitted the member to speak. Thanks, opposition, leader of opposition business. The member who rise on a point of order from St. Catharines Southwest is actually correct. I have heard the pleadings of the leader of opposition business in the House. However, the statement by the minister is as it relates to the weather system, even if reference is made to landslides. In respect of questions you're asking about landslides and clearing of blockage and its connection to NAA, or in fact, even, that's what he asked. I listened to his question. I'm not sure if some persons even listen. It would not be an appropriate question for the minister based on the statement he made.
But with
so
all this
phrase your question in keeping. And members,
Madam Speaker, the issue that we are discussing in terms of the system...
No, member, ask your question. And that's not an appropriate question.
Can they, and thank you for allowing me, Madam Speaker.
Ask your question.
Can the minister advise me and the House if, because as I said, there is a difficulty in terms of contractors indicating that they are not getting paid to clear the road.
Member, please take your seat. The member from St. Mary's Southeast, please take your seat. House Leader.
Madam Speaker, I think, as has been said, I think the House would flow a lot better if members would go directly to the question, right? There is no need for a preamble, right? Just ask the question as you were about to do, and then we would recognize that the question that you were about to ask is not in the remit of the minister who gave the statement. So I would say to members, just go directly to the question. If there is need for additional clarification, when the ministers are answering, they will ask. Just ask directly the questions.
Member, once again, I hope you took note. Ask your question. And member, this is an observation that has been said to every single member of Parliament in the previous dispensation. And I would want to also say it for the benefit of every member here. None of us as members of Parliament are to be involved in any procurement and contract arrangements. So please refrain from those type of statements or questions. The arrangement of turning on your mic is what allows you to speak. If your mic is off, you should not speak in the House. That is the standing orders.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, and that's why I was given the context, but I'll ask the question specific. Is the minister aware that the outstanding payments to contractors... No. Member from St. Mary's Southeast, take your seat. The member from St. James West Central.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, my question to the Minister is about the preparedness protocols of the relevant ministries and agencies. where can they be accessed?
The member from Westmoreland Central.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. There's a question to the Minister. Quickly, Minister, will there be...
This is a very, very powerful question. A question that Madam Speaker shut down. A question that we still need answers for, especially now that Melissa has come to and devastated the island. Check this question out.
In the light of the impending disaster, will there be any emergency funding being made available to satisfy like drain cleaning and stuff like that, knowing that we're still in the hurricane season?
Are there any other questions? Minister? Minister? Oh, you have another one?
Madam Speaker, I am here on behalf of the residents of Southeast St. Andrew who are anxious because 4 weeks ago, when we had heavy rains,
what is your question?
I'm coming to it.
No,
ask your question. I am coming to my question.
Members, it is very evident. It is very evident. It is, members, it is very evident that the questions are not in respect of the statement by Minister. The member from Westmoreland Western, from Westmoreland Central, his question was not in respect of a statement made by the Minister, and neither is this question being asked by, neither is this being asked by the member from St. Andrew Southeast.
Madam Speaker.
Members, there's a question from the Leader of Opposition, the member from St. Andrew South.
I'm very concerned by the way in which the proceedings are being conducted. We are attempting to ask questions. We are attempting to ask questions arising from the statement. The statement was a wide-ranging statement. It not only touched and concerned the specific minister's portfolio, he also said he was speaking on behalf of the Minister of Local Government, who is overseas, who has direct responsibility for disaster preparedness. On more than one occasion, the member on this side who was sought to ask a question has been prevented from completing the question, and instead a point of order has been taken, which I don't know what the ruling was, or you yourself have intervened to prevent the statement, the question from being asked. I want to know what the question was that the member for Southeast St. Mary was seeking to ask. I don't know what his question is.
Member.
So guys, it looks like Mark and his team, they're walking out in Parliament. Yeah, it looks like that's what's happening. Important questions were being asked. You know, the opposition was trying to ask some very important questions, and I guess Madam Speaker and her team just wasn't having it. So
if we have no other questions,
looks like they're walking out. So let's see how it goes from here.
Announcements.
Mark and his team walked out. Thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe. It was a pretty interesting video. I enjoyed watching this one. It was pretty entertaining, and you know, a lot of good information came out of it. So guys, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you on the next one.